The Kethver hunting pack had never allowed an outsider near their cubs. Not once in their species' 12,000-year recorded history. Their young were sacred, protected by instincts so deeply embedded that even suggesting such a thing would result in immediate exile or death. Captain Sarah Chun knew this as she stood at the edge of the nursery cavern, watching the amber-furred predators tend to their offspring. The adult Kethver, each standing nearly 3 meters tall with razor-sharp claws and teeth designed for tearing through starship hull plating, moved with surprising gentleness around the small mewing cubs. "You understand what you're asking?" "Is impossible," growled pack leader Thainok, his silver-streaked mane bristling with agitation. "No outsider has ever—" "I know," Sarah interrupted quietly, her voice carrying the weight of 3 months spent learning their customs, their language, their ways. "But the hegemony fleet will be here in 6 hours. Your world will burn and your cubs." She didn't need to finish. The massive predator's yellow eyes narrowed. The galactic hegemony had already consumed 17 worlds in this sector, strip mining them for resources and enslaving or eliminating the native populations. The Kethver were next, and everyone knew it. Thainok's claws extended involuntarily. "We will fight. We will die with honor." "Your cubs will die with you," Sarah said, stepping closer despite every human instinct screaming at her to maintain distance from the apex predator. But they don't have to. The pack leader's massive head tilted, studying the small human female who had crash-landed on their world 3 months ago. She had been the sole survivor of a hegemony attack on a research vessel, her escape pod damaged and barely functional. Any other species would have either killed her immediately or left her to die in the wilderness. But Sarah had done something unprecedented. She had approached their territory not as a conqueror or supplicant, but as an equal. She had learned their hunting songs, mastered their complex pack dynamics, and proven herself in the Great Hunt by bringing down a crystalline stalker, a beast that had killed 3 Kethver warriors the previous season. "The human speaks wisdom," rumbled Elder Vork from the shadows, his ancient form scarred by countless battles. "But wisdom and possibility are different things. Our cubs cannot survive without the pack bond. They would wither and die among strangers." Sarah nodded, having expected this. Not strangers, family. The silence that followed was deafening. Several younger Kethver backed away, their hackles raised at what they perceived as blasphemy. "You dare," Thainok began, but Sarah raised her hand. "I have walked the death paths with your warriors. I have shared kills and sung the moon songs. I have given my blood to seal pack bonds." She rolled up her sleeve, revealing the ritual scars that marked her as pack sister. "By your own laws, I am Kethver." "You are human," spat Sektar, one of the younger hunters. "Weak, soft. You have no fangs, no claws. How could you protect our young?" "The same way I protected Jekka when the Razorvorns attacked," Sarah replied calmly. "The same way I killed the stalker that had been terrorizing your hunting grounds. The same way I've been protecting all of you." She gestured to the small device on her belt, a human military grade shield generator that had been keeping the hegemony scout ships from detecting the pack's location for the past month. Thainok's ears flattened against his skull. "You ... You have been shielding us?" "Every day since I arrived," Sarah confirmed. "My people may not have claws or fangs, but we have other weapons, other ways of protecting those we care about." Elder Vorik stepped forward, his ancient eyes studying Sarah with new interest. "Show us," he commanded. Sarah activated her personal holopad, displaying tactical data she had been gathering. "There's a dead system 3 jumps from here. Hidden asteroid field, natural radiation interference. The hegemony would never think to look there. I can take your cubs there, establish a safe haven. They'll be protected until this war is over." "And you would stay with them?" asked Thainok, his voice carrying a note of something that might have been hope. "As long as they need me," Sarah promised. "I am Pack Sister. Pack protects Pack." The massive predator stared at her for a long moment, then threw back his head and released a sound that was part howl, part roar, the call for a pack gathering. Within minutes, every adult Kefir on the planet had assembled in the cavern. The debate that followed was fierce, conducted in the rapid, snarling language of formal pack discourse. Sarah stood silently, understanding every word but knowing that speaking now would be inappropriate. This was their decision to make. Finally, Thaynok approached her, his massive form somehow seeming smaller, more vulnerable. "The pack has decided," he said, his voice heavy with emotion. "You will take our cubs. You will be their guardian until we can reclaim them." Sarah nodded solemnly, feeling the weight of responsibility settle on her shoulders. "I won't let you." "Down. We know," rumbled El Dvorak. "You have already proven yourself beyond any doubt, but there is one more thing." He gestured to the cubs, who had been watching the proceedings with wide, curious eyes. "They must accept you as well." Sarah knelt as the cubs approached, their small mewing voices filling the air. The largest, barely the size of a human child, sniffed at her hands, then pressed his small head against her palm. The others followed suit, marking her with their scent and accepting her as family. "Now you are truly Kefir," Thaynok said, his voice filled with pride and sorrow. "Protect them well, Pack Sister Sarah. When this war ends, we will find you." As Sarah led the cubs to her hidden ship, their small forms trusting and unafraid, she made a silent promise. The hegemony might destroy worlds, enslave species, and conquer star systems. But they had never faced a human protecting someone else's children. They had no idea what was coming for them.